Dear Goodwill, would you stop raising your prices? For crying out loud? Your cost of goods is zero. Like, what, did you add services last year? Haven't we been on lockdown for like the last 2 years? Why are the prices going up? Goodness gracious. What's going on, everybody? Brendan here. Welcome back to Dad Planet. Today's video is a thrift run video. It's going to be very quick, but it is packed with a lot of bolos that I hope you find when you're outsourcing or wherever it is you do your sourcing as well. So, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how an hour and a half turned into almost $700. And then after that, we got a couple of additional surprise bolos at the end, one of them which I think is super hilarious. You're not going to want to miss that, so let's get into it. Goodwill, feel free to forward me your PR person, because yeah, I'd like to know how you spin this price increase. I mean, look at this, like t-shirts are now $3, they used to be $2. 50% increase for this beautiful white blank pre-owned t-shirt. Pants up 40% from $5 to $7. Look at that beautiful pair right there, nice little hole. And this dirty dish rag here, I'm sorry, not dirty dish rag, this woman's coat from $7 to $9, a 30% increase. Stop, just stop, that's silly. Anyway, all right, we'll get into it here, and I'm looking for shoes. I'm looking for Converse, and nope, those are not Converse. Yeah, this session was pretty light in the shoe area, so I'm taking a double take here, and usually you can find a couple of decent pairs in this area, but really nothing here. And I know it looks really nicely organized, which makes sourcing a lot easier, but just nothing here to speak of. So I really had to move on from it, and I go 2 or 3 times through just to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I certainly didn't miss anything in this trip here, so we're going to move forward. This item that I'm about to stumble upon, actually before that, I'm looking at hair straighteners here. I'm always looking for Remington wet to straight. It's a good bolo. They have a 2-inch one and a 1-inch one. Always keep your eye out for those, but I didn't see any there. So this next item though, I thought I had golf shafts, and then those can bring good money. I'm not huge into golf, but I'm trying to get a little bit better. They're actually for archery, so this was a lot of 12, and even though there's no solds on it, it looks like their asking prices were high. And you know what, I'll take a flyer on it for $6. I'm going to try to get 150 for them. And even for last year in Terapeak, I didn't see any sold comps, so that might be a little bit of a stretch. I am the best priced on these, so I don't know. I'll give it a shot. You never know, I guess. So for $6, I'm not sweating it. But really nothing else that struck my fancy in this area. This was a little bit messy, and sometimes I got to move on from it. So we'll take a look at the mugs. Every now and then I'll find a really nice mug. I actually just listed a nice one today. When we get to the top here, I did find a Fortnite mug. Now, this mug here is Slurp Juice, a really thick one from Spencer Gifts. I think they were asking $4 for it. We'll see it here in a second, but what you'll notice and there was a good sold comp for this one, so I was kind of excited after I looked. Yeah, $4. But on the back of it, or on the other side of it, it's got a little scratch there at the top, and you know what? After a couple of washes, I was just afraid that would start to really come apart, and the end user, the buyer, would be dissatisfied with that, and that's not the kind of situation that I want to create. So even though I have it in my cart here, I do end up putting that back because again, I'm not into it. So move over to the men's coats. LL Bean has been really good to me. This style I looked up, there were some good solds. It's like a snap button, just regular pullover, and very, very warm. These are just really well made. And again, comps look good. So even though this is super bread and butter, no stains on the front, no stains on the back, I'm gonna grab it. I like LL Bean. Same with Eddie Bauer. It's mid-range, but the quality is still really, really high. So we're going to toss this guy into the old cart. I always check the sleeves to make sure that they're not disgusting. There's no boogers all over them. You know how it is. And yeah, a little bit of a mark right there that you really couldn't see much of. So I'm going to put a price on that for $30. I think they're $7 now in store. So, what can I do? This is a Prana hat, this mesh trucker hat. There was a sold comp for $20 on this, so it was, firm, really good condition, not new, but felt brand new. So I'm gonna get that as well. Next is this Train thermostat. Again, great list to sell ratio. I had already put those batteries in. They were brand new. I actually just opened the battery pack right then and there. So for $2.99, again, with a good sell-through rate and a pretty decent list-to-sell ratio, I'm taking a flyer on this one too. We're going to toss that bad boy in the cart, and we're going to move on. This is a Why Don't We? This is like a current song that's out. I forget what the band is, but they are sold out of this shirt, or excuse me, this sweatshirt and style on the website. I went to the website to see if they were selling it, just to get a good idea of what the price was. But I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna list it for $50. It was a large, I believe. So that one is also coming home with me. You guys notice anything here? Take a closer look. There's an iPod taped right in the middle. Unfortunately, that iPod has no value. So I went through the whole rigmarole process of opening it up and testing or taking it out of that little case to see if I had a $1 million item on my hands. I did not, so I ended up putting that back. But boy, the devil is in the details. Same with this thing here, Bose. They want $12.99 for this speaker. It's just the right speaker. I think the model was $161 on it. Normally, like if this was like $3 or $4, I would take a chance on it. These are pretty easy to test, but for $12, I saw some sold comps in the $20 range, so that thing's got to stay too. Not coming home with me. Again, with the manga anime theme, a couple of things that I pulled off the cart and had to video later. I don't know what this is. Common Ramen Rider, Common Rider. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. Anyway, it comes with 4 discs, and the sold comps on this was good. I think what was the price on that? $1.99. So it was priced aggressively and good wheelhouse price, and it did have some solds for me to go on. And then the shoes behind it, I'll show you in a second. These are really good quality shoes. They felt good in my hands. They are Merrell Vega. The list to sold ratio, not wonderful on these, but I think I can get $40 for them. And again, they needed a little bit of a wiping down. And this is a style that is sold internationally a little bit better than it is here domestically in the US, but I'm gonna try it out. Next here, there was a sold comp on this. This is like a paramedic backpack. The model is the Arsenal. It's Ergodyne, I think, is the name of the brand here. But there was a sold comp for like around 100. I'll put it up on the screen. $150 or so, something like that. And shoot, this thing was brand new without tags. I'll take a chance on that as well. So this cost me $4 or $5. That's going in the cart. And then I move over to another store, a bread and butter item here, Patagonia hat that looks like a cat slept all over it for a good couple of months. And then this bad boy, Vitantonio Pizzelle Maker Model 300A. That is a home run. That's a $150 to $180 item right there for $4.99. We are in business, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful. I had to check the inside before I took it and then plugged it in really quickly in the store just to make sure everything was working properly. And it was. And then I topped it off with this How to Train Your Dragon 2. I forget what the name of this is. Whispering something or other. I'll put the comps on the screen. That's a $35 toy right there. All in all, a pretty amazing haul. What can I tell you?
All right, real quick. This little Chuck E. Cheese character I found at the bins. I want to show you the tag. This is actually from 1996. You take a look at that tag. I don't know if you can see it or if it's clear. From Showbiz Pizza Time. You guys remember when it was Showbiz Pizza? Unbelievable. I don't know how this brand is still alive. I've been saying for like years now that it was going to shut down, but it's a really firm plush. So you know what? I'm going to shoot for maybe $20 to $30, somewhere in between for this. Got a little bit of writing on the foot, but you don't see Chuck E. Cheese plush that often. So in the other characters from this time period, those plush sell for even more than Chuck E. himself does. So keep your eye out for that. Maybe that'll turn up for one of you. And then the next one, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? A Trump bear. Trumpy bear. Well, let me show you the tag. It's a Donald Trump plush. Who knew? Trumpy bear. Brand new with tags. In the back, it's got like a, so this zips right here, and there's an American flag cape. I don't know. It's worth like $60, $70 though. So this was also in the bins. Got that and got that listed. So I wanted to show you those two really quick, but that's all I have for you now. I want to remind you, coming up in my next What's Sold on eBay video, I have a combat item that I think would be easy for us to be passing up in thrift stores. that you're not going to pass up now once you see it. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel for that. I have that coming up in another couple of days. And then I'm going to link in the description a conversation that I recently had with the Dapper Advisor, Akil, who is a good friend of mine and a really, really, really good reseller. I'm gonna link that conversation that we had in the description. I encourage you to check that out and check his channel out as well, as somebody that has very similar sourcing strategies. So I'll have those in there, but yeah, you're not gonna wanna miss the next What's Sold on eBay video. So smash the like button if you learned something and you like what you saw. And of course, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon so that when something comes up from Dad Planet, you are alerted on YouTube. And that's it. That's all I've got for you. I am out of here. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.